So what is up, guys? Today we're gonna be reacting to 5 people who played themselves. Yeah.
Hey everyone, it's Shrinkcrazy here, and in today's video, we're going to be going through the top 5 people who played themselves. These people, they did stupid stuff, they couldn't shut their mouth, they got themselves arrested because of it, screwed themselves over in various ways. You're going to love it. Before in this video though, if you guys don't want to get yourself played, leave a like on this video, and of course comment down below and tell me if you've ever seen somebody play themselves, and not the way that, you can also interpret it, play with... Alright, let's get into this list. This you know already. This isn't going to be a top 5. It's actually going to be a top 7. In the number 7 spot, we've got a woman who pretty much might as well have robbed a police station. I'll probably, clickbaited on the thumbnail as that, but that's essentially what she did. This Target was holding a charity event where pretty much 65 police officers were shopping for needy kids. And for some reason, this woman thought it was going to be a good idea to go and shoplift from this Target on this specific night. And she tried to steal $1,800 worth of items in front of these 65 police officers. Not surprisingly, it didn't work.
Prosecutors say the 32-year-old ripped off the Framingham Target last night, even though there was a heavy police presence there for a charity event.
There were approximately 75 police officers in full uniform. This was, clearly visible.
None of the items stolen were set aside for those families. Alan had allegedly filled a Rubbermaid box, loaded that into a shopping cart, and tried to get away.
Moving on to number 6, this is some Cartoon Network shit right here. This is literally the type of stuff that you would see in a cartoon. This involves a man who was trying to booby trap his entire home. For some reason, I have no idea why. He thought there was going to be some danger that he was going to have to deal with. I don't know if somebody was trying to hit him or something like that, but he thought it was going to be a great idea to go and basically place these shotgun shell booby traps all around his home and inside his home. So if you try to open up the door, these would go off. They're essentially like little mini bombs. And while he was setting up all these booby traps, he got quite a few actually set up, but he actually had one go off on him, so he kind of, screwed himself over completely right there. The police officers showed up and were confused about what was going on, and they helped him out. But eventually they tried to go inside of his home, and they actually came face to face with a booby trap themselves. I don't think anybody was hurt, but still, it's ridiculous.
Rigging his home with booby traps made from shotgun shells went off and injured him. Countered a man with gunshot wounds on his body outside of the house. The man was somewhat incoherent, saying there was danger in the home. The sheriff's office says the deputy attempted to enter the home but was met with some kind of discharge upon making entry into a doorway.
At number 5, this one's pretty funny. This involves a woman who is stopping at this gas station to get some gas in her car. Except this gas station is one of those gas stations where an attendant or employee comes and fills up the gas for you, I guess. I've never actually been to one of those, but I guess they do exist. And this woman, I guess she was really impatient because the guy had just finished filling up gas in her car and had taken the fuel pump out and was about ready to put her gas cap back on. In fact, he was actually in the process of doing it, and she just drove off, quite quickly, albeit also, and he got kind of jerked around a little bit by the car. Just overall, kind of a shitty person thing to do, but she ended up losing her gas cap, so, I guess she got it a little bit. In the number 4 spot, this is just, I guess the best way to put it is a wild story. This involves 2 different Airbnb guests, so I guess they were staying with each other, but basically they were somehow mistaken at this Airbnb for burglars, so I guess somebody called it in because they thought they were stealing from the place, something like that, but they were just Airbnb guests. And they were in their car, I guess. I have no idea what was going on with this one. Like I said, it's weird, but police, after they were called, started following them around, and it turns out that they actually had some drugs in their vehicle, so they were trying to get away from these police officers. And one of them ended up jumping out of their car, I guess in an attempt to get away from these police officers, and ended up being run over by their own car. So they kind of played themselves a little bit right there. but altogether, just kind of a weird one.
Mistaken for burglars, got busted for drugs, and in between, one of the men got run over by his own vehicle. Investigators see he jumped from the passenger seat while being followed by the police. The driver eventually pulled over near Hollywood Boulevard in La Brea, a few blocks away.
Well, let's get this out of the way real quick. Anybody who drives drunk is a complete and total piece of shit. And obviously, when most people get pulled over by police while they're driving drunk, it's usually not a very happy situation because and they know, they're pretty much screwed.
really true,
they're out
guys.
like 10 or 15 grand in legal fees and stuff like that, and they're basically in for a very bad time. This guy, on the other hand, I guess, had more of a positive attitude
You're
about
watching
it.
this,
He, in fact, was
tell your friends
actually,
not
I
to
guess,
be
having
dumb
fun with
shit.
it because when he was pulled over for driving drunk, he was forced to do a field sobriety test, or I guess he was asked to, but he did this field sobriety test, and he had as much fun with it as he possibly could. I mean, obviously he was drunk, but he was literally dancing and just having a party during this entire situation.
I talk to girls. Have you ever had
Down because they crashed and they were going to
Damn.
exchange information, that kind of shit. However, when this woman slowed down and tried to come to a stop and get out of her vehicle, she actually forgot to put her car in park and ended up having it crash again into the side guardrail. Honestly, if I was the person this lady had just hit, after this whole charade happened, I don't know if I would be sitting there completely pissed off, annoyed, or if I'd be laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what we should do? Let's build a fort. Let's build a fort.
And finally, the bonus part, there's been a lot of stupid stuff rappers have done lately. Obviously, some of them got arrested
But
and things
do you
like
know
that. And
where
this guy,
I
he's
used
no
to
different. In
go
fact,
when I
he
was
pretty much is a
little?
poster child
I
for this
used to build a
because
house at-
he actually murdered to brag about it in one of his songs, and he rapped about how he killed somebody, literally the details about it, all that kind of stuff. And he ended up being arrested for it as like a confession after he was questioned. Now, I get that you want to have clout and all that kind of stuff, and you want to look cool and things like that, but killing somebody isn't cool, and I just don't understand the concept behind it. In fact, I don't understand how you can be so stupid as to confess to it in a rap song when you did do something like that. You should be ashamed of yourself. Like, this dude had gotten away with this for 6 full years. It wasn't until 6 years after he did it that this all happened, this went down with his rap song. All he had to do was literally keep his mouth shut, and then he would have gotten away with it, gotten away with murder. But he couldn't handle doing that.
The detectives began looking into Stewart and then got a tip about his rap song called Right Out, believed to contain lyrics describing the 2007 double murder.
Listen, walk to your boy and I approached them 12 midnight on the trap house butcher. Everybody saw when I'm choked them, but nobody saw when I'm smoked them.
Stewart was arrested and charged with killing Horton and the family friend Brian Dean.
It's just arrogance is just out of this world.
Those are the clips tonight for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you like on this video. If we can break 10,000 likes, that would be insanely awesome. I really appreciate that. Also, make sure to comment down below and tell me which.
Okay, guys, so, yes, this was me reacting to Trent Crave. Please go to his YouTube channel. I'm gonna have to put his YouTube channel down in the description below. But leave a like if you like this video. But if you loved it, subscribe. See ya in the next video. Bye-bye.